Hello everyone, welcome to ST Model Cars. In this video, I would like to show you this 1/18 scale Mercedes-Benz 190E. This is the W201 generation. This is made by Norev. Price point on this, $120 ship to USA. Okay, as you can see, this is a fully opening diecast. And the only reason I display it with the trunk shut is the trunk lid wouldn't stay open by itself. So, but I can show you how the trunk looks like in the video later. But first, let me close everything here so you can kind of see how the car looks like with everything closed. And one of the things that really attracted me to this car, this version was the hubcap. So somehow I like this classic Mercedes-Benz in their basic trim. So this is the most basic 190E version with the hubcap, black bumpers, black mirrors, black door handles. So I don't know. I just find this combination a little bit more attractive. Okay, so let's take a closer look at the car. Okay, so let's start with the upfront here. Typical cars in the 80s, the headlight lenses, they have this pattern on the lenses to help diffuse the light, and Norev replicates that pretty well here. And behind the lenses, you do see some pretty good details of the reflector, right? You can see this is the main headlight, and here's the fog light area here, and amber turn signal. And and the chrome grille, so the grille surrounding and the slat here are chrome, and the inserts they're dark gray, and this is very accurate to the Mercedes look of the era. So Norev really does a good job here. Again, this is a basic car, so you got the gray bumper with this black insert. Okay, so let's take a look under the hood. See if you can shine a light here. Okay, so here's the 1.9 liter unit, 4 cylinders. This engine is just half engine. I mean, it's just molded, like they just do the top half of the engine. This is not like a see-through engine, as I would call it, but it's pretty decent. You get the spark plug wires here visible. You have the air filter housing with some warning labels, right? Coolant reservoir, windshield washer fluid, and here's the fan shroud. So generally, the engine bay is replicated pretty well, although it's not super details. Okay. And one more thing in the front is when you look at the grille, they have this 3-pointed star. That's cut from a separate piece of thin metal, and it's actually stood here, on the grill. So that's pretty cool. All right, so taking a look at the side here. Here's the side view of the 190E. Right. Again, very basic car with a plastic hubcap. So let's take a look at under the car here. It's pretty basic. It has a working suspension, so you can actually work out the suspension here on the wheels. They show you some details of the rear suspension. You can see the back of the transmission there, and you can see the front steerings here as well. Not super detailed, I guess, but that's okay. And you get a separate piece of exhaust that goes from the front to the back here. Okay. Black rear view mirrors, and like many Mercedes of the era, if you can look at this, the driver's side mirror and the passenger side rear view mirror is actually different. So if you look at the driver's side, they're more horizontal, and if you look at the passenger side, they're more squared. So it's kind of neat that Norev picked up that difference as well, and replicate it in that way. Okay, so let's take a look at the interior. So let's see if you can get some light here. Okay, let me zoom this in a little bit. Okay, so it's all black interior, fully carpeted. You do see some decent details, on the interior there. You see the AC fence there. Some coloring on the heater control in the middle. You have the shifter there, right? You get the hazard switch and a little bit of the wood paneling going on there. There you go. You can see kind of like the seat patterns there, parking brakes, right? And again, like I said before, fully carpeted. And here's the view of the door panel. And what's kind of interesting about this is like this is a base car, right? But somehow, let me see if I can zoom here. Mercedes chose to replicate the power seats. So like if you look at this area here, this is where you control the movement of the seat, and he has the memory as well. So it's interesting that they chose to do this interior in the base car. My guess is because they also make the 2.316, the Cosworth car, you know, and I guess they don't want to redo the tooling, right? So, you know, they just decided to, you know, have one mold for the door panel and use it for both cars. So here's the back, the rear door panel. Again, power window, you can see that for the base car, and it's mostly black there, you know, so you can see a little bit in the little bit of the backseat area there. Okay. All right. Let me zoom this out and let's take a look at the rear. Okay, so here's the rear part of the 190E. Again, same with the front, you know, just a base bumper, gray bumper here with the black insert. Taillight detail is really good. You know, it has that rib taillight like a lot of the Mercedes in the same era, right? You got the Mercedes logo here, the trunk, the push to open the trunk. And somehow they didn't include the badge here, so it doesn't say 190E or you know, anything like that. So, and here's the side view from the driver's side, and let's take a peek of the interior from the driver's seat here. Let me shine the light here again, see if we can see that a little better. Okay, let me zoom that in. Okay, so you know, you see the Mercedes steering wheel there, right? With the Mercedes logo in the middle. And you know, one thing that Norev did well here is that they replicated the gauges. If you look at the dials there, you know, they replicate that pretty well. And also you got the headlight switch on the left here, right? And then 3 pedals, manual transmission. So. Okay. All right. If you have any comments, suggestions, or questions, feel free to post them in the comment section. And like I mentioned in my other review, I have a FLICKR account where I post diorama pictures of this scale model cars. So I'll put the description in the link if you want to check it out. Much appreciated if you can like the video and subscribe to the channel. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the review of this Mercedes 190E. I will see you in my next video, and thanks for watching.